All right, today I'm going to share how my school community valuepreneurs makes $1,234 every single month when I just launched this like 30 days ago, okay? And my free community has just under 600 members. And I did all of this without paid ads, without outreach, without actually spending a lot of time on this. And today I'm going to share with you exactly how I did that and how you can do the exact same thing for your own school community. Now, disclaimer, this is going to be a super boring and long video, and that's because, truth be told, it's 9 p.m. at night. The last thing I want to do is sit here and scream and, entertain you, and so I'm just going to give the straight sauce. I've got a lot of Miro boards and stuff that I'm going to share with you. I've got some Google Docs I'm going to share with you. I've got some other stuff inside the classroom I'll share with you. So if this is interesting to you and you want to learn how I did this, cool, let's dive in. So first thing first, I did all this through something I call the value first scaling framework, which is what my community is built around, which is valuepreneurs, which is basically helping people have their dream clients come to them by giving value first, right? Because we live in a day and age where people get stupid objections all the time. There's a lot of scammers, there's a lot of skepticism, and the biggest problem people have nowadays is not that their offer or their market or their deliverables suck, it's that people don't trust what they say. And so we mitigate that by giving value first, and that's the model I'm going to be sharing with you today that I've implemented, and it's worked quite well, and it's worked quite well for a lot of other people, Hermosi being one of them. So real quick, let's kind of dive into the old framework, and then we'll dive into the new framework. So the old framework, which is how normal people run a business or even any sort of school funnel, looks like this. You get attention, okay, you generate traffic, whether that be through ads, cold email, cold DM, cold call, etc., content, doesn't matter. Okay, you generate some sort of attention traffic, you push this traffic to a book a call funnel or directly to your school paid community, or to whatever your offer is. You direct it straight to the offer or to a sales call, and you try and get a sale. And if you get the sale, woohoo, you make money. If you don't, well, then it sucks. You wasted time, energy, and money. Try again because that lead is now gone, okay? Where this model is quite inefficient, right? This is like a hunter's model where the hunter has to go out there, and if he doesn't kill, he doesn't eat, okay? But this model is very inefficient because what if you don't hunt for a day? And also your inputs aren't leveraged and aren't compounding, which a tweet I made earlier today basically said that if what you did today doesn't get you customers in 10 years, you aren't leveraged. You aren't creating a compounding asset, and that sucks, okay? And so the new model, the model that I'm running, a lot of other people are as well, is this, okay? Which is the same thing. You have to get attention traffic. You have to get eyeballs. But now, instead of trying to ask right away, right, and redeem and kill and go for the shot, we plant our seeds like a farmer would, okay? So instead of, trying to kill right away, get our food, what we do is we plant, and we have patience, and we plant our seeds, and we plant a lot of seeds, and we water our seeds every single day without actually getting anything, which is where the giving value comes in. And so what we do is we give value first, which is where my whole model comes in. So whether this is via lead magnets, via content, via free calls, trainings, communities, etc., the point is you give value first. Then once you've given them value, you direct this attention and these eyeballs over to a place where you can own the attention. So this is, for most of our cases, school. So for example, if you do YouTube, you give value via your YouTube videos, and then you incentivize people to join your school community by giving them a lead magnets, giving them even more value, and you make your school community free so there's no barrier to join. And then once they're inside here, inside the school community, you educate and you nurture. Okay, and in my community, this is where I'll have posts, I'll have courses and stuff, right? I'll have calls that people can attend, and whatnot. I'll educate and I'll nurture people. Okay, and so what happens is after this, I then direct them through a no BS authentic value funnel, which for context is just my paid community, which looks like this. So I direct them to this page here, which is a super, super transparent, normal VSL in terms of it's a no BS value VSL where I give value and I cut the crap and I just tell them straight up what it is. Okay, and then what happens is I start to get inbound appointments. Or as a matter of fact, even better, inbound sales. People will just buy without, I'll be sleeping and people will start buying my stuff, okay? And that's because you've built up so much trust and rapport with people by compounding your inputs, by watering and planting your seeds, that when the farmer can be sleeping and his seeds can be growing. The hunter can't get food while he's sleeping, but the farmer can. And so I don't know about you, but I live in a world where I want to have leverage and compounding inputs. I want my inputs to compound on top of each other, so therefore I don't have to work till the day I die. And that's what this model allows us to do. And so here's what happens is, let's say you book appointments, whether you do appointments, like if you do calls or if you don't do calls, it doesn't matter. If the person closed, yes, you make money. If they didn't close, you just give them value and you re-nurture them and you bring them back into the community where you own the attention. And so I've broken this down entirely in my value first scaling framework. You can get all this inside my free community here. If you join, yada, 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 where you can get access to this entire course and framework that you can implement yourself to get this entire document. But I basically break down this analogy of hunting versus farming, the differences between the two. Hunting is this old model, farming is the new model. And the reason why this works so well is for this fun fact right here. Typically, only around 3 to 5% of the market you're in are called what we call an in-market, right? Which is at any given time, about 3 to 5% of the market is in market, which means that they're ready to buy. Okay, that means that 95% of the market is what we call out of market, which means that they are future buyers. They're not going to buy now. And so if you are only marketing to the 3 and 5%, aka using this funnel and only trying to close people right away, you miss out on 95% of the market. That's a lot. That's a pretty significant portion. Whereas if you use this model, when you give value, you can give value to 100% of the market. And so you literally can 20x your business and your lead flow and your appointments by just doing this. And by owning the attention and by educating and nurturing. Okay? And so that's the rule of the 95 to 5 rule, is that exact thing there. And that's why the value first framework works so well, is because we encapsulate on 100% of the market, not just 5%. And this is what allows us to have these compounding, these leverage returns that a lot of people don't get. Okay. Now, let me break down exactly, once you understood that funnel, now you know how we're going to be operating our school community. Okay. Is by giving value first. So let me go pull up over here. Here. Let's talk about how to start your own profitable school community. There's a few steps. I'd argue there's a couple of little things that you could do. But most importantly, there's 4 steps to starting a school community, which is the who, the what, the setup, and the traffic. Okay? And so who is who are you going to help, right? What is what are you going to help them do? Setup is how are you going to set it up, which we just kind of talked about. We'll expand a little bit more. And then traffic. How are you going to get people to see your thing? So the who, pick someone you like and you've helped before, someone that needs help, then get specific. So like, who are you going to help? This is your niche. You get to pick whatever you want. Okay. What are you going to help them do? For example, I help entrepreneurs, specifically service-based coaches, consultants, agency owners, or school builders, get and attract their dream clients by giving value first. I teach people that. Okay. So that's the who, and that's also the what. The setup is what we're going to talk about now, which is 2 communities. One free, which once again, is what we use here to give the value first, okay, and own the attention, the free community, not the paid. Okay, so one free, okay, that's where we funnel everyone into to own the attention. We want to make it as frictionless as possible, because the more friction we add, the less people that join, and we don't want them. We want to maximize the amount of people we can give value to. So 2 communities, one free, one paid. And then inside the free community, you don't even have to have much, okay? All you really want to have is one course that you use as a selling point. So for example, I use this value first scaling framework as a selling point. I use it as a double-edged sword. It's a selling point to get people inside the community, and it's also a selling point to get people inside my paid community. So I give them a sneak peek of everything else they can get access to inside of my paid community. That's it. You don't even need to have all these bonuses. I have bonuses, one-on-one audits, masterclass, free one-on-ones. This stuff doesn't matter. Fundamentally, all you need is just something to give value, which is this right here. And that's it. Okay? That's it. And then the only other thing we need to focus on is this. Is we need to solve for this. And now a lot of people get really caught up here and they think that, oh my goodness, I need to have millions of subscribers. I've got just over 3,000, and I don't even get that many views if you look. 26, 49, 90, 2,000, 69, 106, 89, 116. You get the gist. I don't get that many views, okay? Yet I'm still able to, with barely any marketing at all. This month has been a crazy month. I've had races and I'm prepping for a lot of different things. I've put very little time into actually scaling the school community. That's going to be coming in October. I've still been able to generate a bunch of passive income, not even counting courses, annual lifetimes, prepayments, and one-time sales. That stuff aside, just in MRR alone, without even trying to, without hopping on sales calls, without doing any of that stuff, generate over $1,000. Okay, which is like in the grand scheme, like comparatively, like not a lot, but it's the beginning to something great, if that makes sense, right? And it'll change a lot of people's lives. So the point is, you don't have to have a big following, because as a matter of fact, imagine if 90 people who really, really liked you watched what you had to say. That's a lot of people. Like, imagine standing in a room and 90 people listened to what you had to say about a certain subject. Like, that's crazy. That's a good amount of people listening to you. And a lot of people think they have to make so much money. You don't. Like, you don't need to have thousands and millions of followers to make use of an audience. All you need to do is create content that your audience resonates with and just be the guy that gives the most value. That's it. You don't need to have millions of followers. As a matter of fact, the more followers, the harder it is to really start to resonate because you have so many people, it's hard to get specific. And so the smaller you are, the more specific you can actually get, which is actually a benefit for yourself. Okay? So now we got to solve for this, which is the traffic. Which, like I said, you don't even have to do via YouTube. You can do that through a variety of different things. You can do that through cold email, ads, content, DMs, etc. It doesn't matter, right? SEO, even Skool is a really good SEO. One of the best ways that I actually saw a guy win the Skool games was just by going into the Skool community and just engaging with everybody in here. Like the guy would just constantly engage with everyone to the point where everybody was constantly looking at his posts and knew him because he was high up on the leaderboard. And so then they clicked them, like for example, Evelyn here, right? Evelyn, like, who is this girl? Third place, like she must, interact a lot. Like, this girl seems cool. What does she do? Oh, sell journals and more on Amazon. Okay, that seems interesting. Let me join that. Or, oh, the big member mentoring. Okay, that sounds cool. Or growth notes, $3. Okay, sure, I'll join this. And like, people just start to look at this stuff and get interested, and they join, and they'll check it out, right? And it's super, super cool. And so this is also a very viable way that you can get clients, is just by providing value, once again, value first, to people inside of Skool already, if you're using the Skool funnel, which is mainly what we're talking about here. Now, here's the thing, is I can sit here for the next hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, and share everything else I know about Skool, but I figured that it would be better to make those in separate videos. So here's the thing. If you want to go start your own free Skool community, I've linked down below. You can click. If you do use my affiliate link, I make a bit of money. I will also hop on a call with you one-on-one call with you to help you set up your Skool community. Okay, so cool. And also, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Join my community. You can get access to my free value first scaling framework, which you can get access to this entire course for free to learn how to get your dream clients coming to you by giving value first. That's all I got for today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope that this made sense. Peace.